Right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Momentum Trades with Mr. M, with our Sunday prep. It's May 7th, 2023. And as usual, we getting ready for the next week in the market. As usual, we're going to go look at the upcoming market events, see what we can expect. We're going to go through some earnings to see what companies might be reporting and what it is that we need to be looking at. Further, we're going to look into some of the current swings, see how they perform, where we might see them heading. And then what we're going to do, we're going to look at some potential momentum movers for tomorrow morning, as well as promising looking swings that we should be putting on our watch list. So yeah, if you'd like to join us, you can find us on Discord. You can just type in discord.gg/MrMTrades, or find me anywhere on social media at MrMTrades. Let's do it. Right, so let's first of all look at some economic data events that we've got coming out next week. I think these are some definitely ones to watch for. These are, I've sort of highlighted here, ones with the highest impact on the market. And so on Wednesday, we have the inflation rate, month on month and year over year, as well as the core inflation rate as well. On Thursday, we've got a PPI, and I think that's pretty much it. I think the inflation rate is going to be really crucial. I think the consensus is that we're going to be at 5.5. So coming down slightly from the last report here. You know, they're forecasting 5.6. So we're looking 5.5 and below. That I think that's going to be meet with some positive news here as well. So yeah, definitely one to watch out for. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to post this calendar into the main chat. So actually I'll post it in the watch list channel. Economic events. Right. Let's look at some earnings. Who do we have reporting next week? So we have still some big earnings coming up here on Monday before open. Nothing that I can see here. After close, we get PayPal, Palantir. Let me just start making a list here. Got PayPal, Palantir, Lucid also reporting on Monday after close. There we go. PayPal, Palantir, got Lucid. Who else? So yeah, so we'll look at the charts there as well. On Tuesday, we've got Airbnb, Firm, Upstart, and Lumina as well. On Wednesday, we've got Roblox before open here, Unity, and Disney as well. on Thursday. I think one still we want to watch is Fiverr. Getty as well. So Fiverr, Getty. I think they are recent, and SoundHound as well. Okay. And that's about it. Okay, so all right. So that's what we are seeing. Right, let's go and look at the broader market overview here. Let's see from the broader time frame, where have we finished? Start with the weekly print. Yeah, I think on a weekly basis, I think where we were last week here, where we finished pretty strong. I think the last time there was expectation, I've drew this zone here of resistance, and I said that we needed to break out of this. And that's what we needed to happen. Unfortunately, we hit the resistance here at 418.33, and then pretty much pulled back, gave it all away, and still, let's go to the smaller time frame. So yeah, we sort of went all the way up. Then what we had was followed by the pullback here to that support zone of 403, and then we kind of regained some losses here in the last day of trading. So that daily print here was pretty good, pretty strong candle here. As we can see, it sort of broke that downtrend here on the smaller time frame here. But as you can see, it's pretty tight, pretty sort of tight range here of consolidation, right? Between that 404 and 416. We get a one attempt here to break above that 418 level, and now we, sort of bounced off that 404 and trying to go back to that 417. I think this is still creates a crucial area for us to get above. We really need to be above 418 and hold in order to go back and all the way up to what the next resistance here we're looking at is like 425 and 430. So that's what we see on SPY. I think the inflation data is going to be sort of key driver of what we'll see the market doing. So yeah, we may get some a bit more of a range here forming, still within that area where we've been here in the past couple of weeks, I guess. Right, let's look at the Qs here. Qs are looking much stronger here. As we can see, we've got a similar pattern forming here. Let's look at the weekly print. Yeah, weekly print, as you can see, is much stronger when compared to SPY. So that tells me that growth stocks are getting ahead and are looking to move higher in the upcoming week. Obviously, this is fueled by, I guess we had some, positive reports on, from many growth companies here. So that's definitely supported. But this is, you can see where we had this nice pullback here. We went much higher here to that range of 322, brief consolidation last week, and now we're moving above those highs. So I think what we can see or expect, depending on that inflation data, because that's going to have a huge impact on the growth sector, we should see this move towards 334 area. So what can work here is going to be It's going to be, you know, Q's calls can work potentially here, you know, towards that 330 area as well. Okay. Nasdaq here still underperforming. So yeah, just not having a good time. Just can't get out of that range here. So we need to see that break above that 56 level and holding. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I want to take a look at gold because it is breaking out of here, out of this range. And I think we saw some really sort of good price action last week, especially with the Fed interest rates going up by 25 basis points here. And gold had made a significant move here from 183, 10 points move here. So this is our range here, and we really need to. It's almost at all-time highs here. So we really need to move above this 191 level to get a chance to move to 194. Okay, let's look at the VIX here. Yeah, I think I might spend some time in that zone. I think once the SPY breaks out to the upside, we'll see move down here. The next level is 1166. Okay, crude oil here broke that support here, and now it's pulling back. It has got some support over here around 61.50 level. It needs to hold, otherwise it's short. All right. So that's just the broader market overview here. Any questions? Gotta unmute yourself, guys, if you wanna.
If gold goes up, that means SPY will come down.
Yeah, it's not usually. SPY still can go down and gold can still go up. It doesn't mean that, you know, doesn't necessarily mean that, right? Look, it's been raising. I'll just give you a split screen here.
So it's not correlated in between that, then. No correlation.
There is some, but you know, we need to get a broader picture here, right? So look, you've got, oh, that's a weekly. So I want you to see, want to see correlation here between, well, dependence between the gold here that you see here versus the SPY, right? The SPY is going up and the gold is still going up. It's not that, it's the confidence in the market, right? Well, the for the currency, for what the market is doing, what is Fed doing, what is the investors' confidence level of confidence in the market overall, and usually the goal is flight to safety. Okay, and that's where it comes to, you know, interest rates. So what preserves the most value in your capital, in your investment? Okay, and overall gold will hold better value than the stocks that can pull with the market, you know, substantially. So that's how we need to be seeing this. And you know, there was a, you know, number of events obviously over here that we saw with gold here when it was breaking out of like 154. Okay, and now it's consolidating here. And you can see that, you know, well, when I move my mouse here, that cursor also sort of, you can see the time frame where that happened, right? Where the gold will start going up. So literally when, you know, when SPY was bottoming here, well, it's not bottoming but bouncing around March, you know, that's where the gold was starting to break out. And these were, you know, continuous raises of interest rates by the Fed. So does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, I wouldn't like, I guess like the question you're asking, I wouldn't necessarily think that if SPY goes down, gold goes up. You know, that's not how we look at it. Is what policies or decisions are being made by the Fed that in order to affect the market sentiment, in order to be more cautious and going more with the safety, right? Therefore, putting it more into gold.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So yeah, let's start with some most recent swings that we've taken. I think who was that? Trevor, was that you asking about Tesla?
Yeah, went ahead and did a long call on Tesla expiring on the 12th.
Yeah, I can't tell you where it's going to make and before when. Because that's why I don't do options. So
Yeah, I've already got a stop loss set that's already profitable in case it goes down Monday morning.
awesome. Yeah. I mean, you know, that breakout that we've alerted, on Friday for entry Tesla here after breaking out of this base, right? That was a really good spot. It was around 166, so that was really good spot to get in. We already, you know, up green on this. You know, you can see that we had a strong finish on that candle, so that's a bullish candle, and I'd expect, you know, sort of continuation. Here we're just holding above this 20-day line, so yeah, I'm expecting for continuation. There's a, you know, bit of a gap, if you like, here all the way up to 176. Okay, so, you know, I think it's safe to say that we would come to close this gap here. You see that gap?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So that's the gap that we're looking to close to begin with. But I think overall, you know, what I want to see here on the swing is, you know, us making a new daily highs, right? And then we're just going to move our stop loss up accordingly, you know, to our rules. And then, you know, we can see some resistance here next about, you know, around 180, right? The first resistance is going to be here on this close of this gap. So we've got a 176. So you can take some caution here to, you know, scale out a bit, and 175. Then we're going to get 177, 180. And, you know, this trend line may act as a resistance when we get there as well. So, but overall, Tesla looking positive here. Okay, I want to take a look at Lemonade. We alerted that swing here as well. Positive earnings, follow through, nice amount of volume. We're still continuing here, making new daily highs. So that's still looking positive. So I've got no concerns there with that one at all. And Shopify, I mean, that was, you know, we also got into this buyable gap here, and already, I think, oh yeah, already up like $6 here, so 10% on that one, and it's still looking very good for continuation here. All right, so I did something, did go sort of flash on my screen, and that was AI for potential reversal here. As you can see, it bounced. Yeah, that was our short here. Let me just get these out first. So now it's just consolidating and bouncing off that 200-day line. And similarly to Tesla, also building a base here. This nice base. I'd still like to see more volume here before we can get into it for maybe longer swing as well. They've got reporting earnings on 1st of June. But if I think, this AI normally moves with SPY. So if we can get above 420 here, then that can absolutely be a nice swing here for sure. With a nice and tight risk. So that's AI. Okay. Let me look at the yeah, I think I wanted to take a look further at DraftKings, and Tony, I'm not sure if Tony is here, but yeah, we've been here with I think every single week since we got into the DraftKings here around 18, we've been covering DraftKings. And what I do want to share here is let me just, there we go. So we need to put this updated sales here. The RS has improved as well here at 98, and it's really moving. I think this can be a sort of a start of the bigger move here on DraftKings as well. It's really outperforming, with some solid sales figures, plus 84%. Just this last report here, yeah, they're projected to grow their EPS for the rest of the year here quite substantially, as well as in 2024. So I think this has a very high potential in terms of bigger move here. But we're already in it since 18. And I think I did say that if you went there from the beginning, the last week was the place to add, and we absolutely moving here. So pay attention to DraftKings, because the performance speaks for itself. Okay. What else we want to take a look at here? Oh, hubs. Yeah, HubSpot.
Hi, Matt. You're a little late.
Hey, Tony. Are you
morning.
are you still in? Yeah, sorry for changing up the time, but
That's okay. I wasn't really thinking about it today. I'm going in for surgery tomorrow morning, so I probably won't be there trading tomorrow, I'm sure.
neither will I. I've got a bank holiday, so
That's right. That's right. You mentioned that.
so yeah, so I'm off tomorrow, but yeah, all the other traders will be, all the other analysts are still there.
Okay.
So
Good deal.
so that's all good. Hope the surgery goes well, Tony.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Are you still in DraftKings? I was just talking about DraftKings.
Yeah, I am actually.
Yeah. What was your entry on that one?
Let's see. On that one, that was in my Schwab account. Let's see. I'll tell you in a second. I think it was pretty good entry.
It was originally it was 18 for us here in the group, but
So I think there's a 5 minute reversal. I think that we got in that, or let's see, trade, order status, DraftKings. I've got my sell in. Oh, I raised my stop. Shoot. Don't see it there. If I find Schwab is not the easiest to work with.
that's okay. Take your time. And
Yeah.
I'm seeing people dropping some charts here in the chat. Please do. Or questions if you don't want to speak up, and I'll try to get through them. So we've got about half an hour left here. And what I'm going to do in a second is just look at the momentum for tomorrow. So you can take advantage of that. I've made a list as I was talking about the earnings report here for the upcoming week. So we'll be looking at some of these charts as well. So we'll cover all momentum as well as the swings. And yeah, good stuff. I see Greg is asking a question. Are better in performance these candles, the bars, you mean, than the normal ones with wicks and body? I think it's the matter of personal preference, Greg. Because I do a lot of swings or look at hundreds of charts when it comes to swings. To me, the bars they reduce the noise of the candles, right? Because you can see, you've got a lot of wicks, right? To me, I just want to see, for example, here, let's go to one of the charts. Is just a pullback, or the open and the close of the candle, and that's really what I'm interested in. So for me, the bars allow me to focus on what I need to be focusing on, which is the retracement levels, for examples, from the high of the day, right? So that area, when you take the 100% of the candle here, right, which is that would be 100%. I want to see this retracement being 40%, in order for me to better be able to understand what might happen the next day after open, right? So it's just purely that, because with candles, see that to me that's just a lot of noise here. So I've been working on bars for quite some time now, and that's just my preference as to the charting.
I did find my entry. It was 21.88, so it wasn't as good as everybody else, but
I think that was the second entry, right? That I've
oh yeah, that was it. The
that
second
was
entry.
the second entry. So yes, I think last week I gave us the third entry here as well. Right. Okay. So let's go through some earnings plays. Let's see. The first one, we've got a PayPal. I want to see. And let's see, look at the fundamentals here. Yeah, RS here is at 34, still downtrending below 200-day line. This looks bearish to me, to be honest. What was the last report? EPS up 12%, sales up 7%. The weekly here. Yeah, volume fading. Yeah, the EPS was on decline the all last 3 quarters, apart from the latest one. Yeah, I'm just not convinced here. I think, you know, it might be bottoming up, but we definitely want to see move here above 200-day line first. So we just, you know, just for the safety, if we get a more continuation here above, so first buy point really it's here around 88. Okay, so we need to be ranging here for a bit. So so in downtrend, consolidating, RS34, and yeah, not looking solid here, but it may surprise us. So, but again, I think what we need to be looking at here is, you know, how sustainable is the move? That's what we need to be thinking about this. How sustainable is the move? Okay, I'm going to take a look at the Palantir. Yeah, RS26. They had a solid last report. You know, 100% on EPS, and then 17% growth in in sales. I think they've got a positive outlook for 2023, which is 241%, and then the estimate for 2024 is around a growth of 17%. So that would be okay, but I think it still needs to make its way here above this resistance. We've got 2 points here, 906, and really that range here, all the way up to 1040. Still trading below a 200-day. Volume slightly, you know, picked up on Friday, but nothing special there, I'm afraid. Lucid. Need to take a look at the news. I haven't looked at the news on Lucid. They make any? Yeah, Lucid RS is eight. The EP is rising slightly, and they have been killing it on sales. It's a bit of a mixed story here. And you can see the sales here over the last, well, 12 months, I guess. So yeah, they're really pushing that, but it's still doesn't being reflected here in the price action of the stock. So I'm not I'm not too sold about on this one I'm afraid. Okay, Fiverr. Ooh, what happened there?
Sure took a dive.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some yes, I'm looking at some news here. Challenging times for its business model. No, I can't see anything else there. Okay, well, it's not looking good just before the earnings, so I'm not seeing any news here. And we have Getty Images. That's the one that I was interested in because that was a recent IPO that shot up all the way, to like, almost $45, and it's been consolidating in this, sort of forming this cup here. And so that's what I would like to see here for it to move above this pivot level here of 768. But it's, yeah, it's still RS at 16, cash flow not there. Yeah. Getty is not looking good either. All right, I think we need to get some so we'll see how the earnings play out, but from the ones that I've outlined, I'm just not seeing any good setup on the technical side. So we may get a surprise on the earnings side, but other than that, here just doesn't look promising. All right. Let's look at some Apple. Francisco is asking about Apple. Yeah, Apple looks just, delicious here. I think we've all heard the news that now they've opened, Apple's getting into banking, right? So they're offering now the I think investment or savings account with a guaranteed 4% interest. So that will send a lot of people over there. And correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't know, I need to look for some, look at the Benzinga here. Because I can't remember how much they were able to. Apple 90 billion. Okay, that's not it. Within days of opening that savings, they've had, was it 1 billion of deposits and people wanting to get in on that? Yeah, I can't find that article. Someone remembers that? What what that was? What the figure was?
I don't. I know I heard it, but I wouldn't say. But it seems like it's somewhere around a billion, a little over a billion.
I don't remember, but I think they have a buyback also on the shares, like 70 million or 70 billion down.
Yeah, I think that's what I do see that one. It says an Apple 90 billion stock buyback. So that's what I'm seeing here. But I'm just trying to find that article.
I do think it will retrace a little bit, but it's flagging like in the 89 minutes. If you go to 89 minutes, it will like kind of, or 2 hours, you're gonna see like a flag kind of forming, moving up.
Yeah, there we go. So Apple's new savings account draws nearly 1 billion in deposits in the first 4 days, right? So there you go. 89 minutes. Why 89 minutes? That's a very specific.
It works for me. It's kind of aligned with the 20 EMA line.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a very specific number. So yeah, I mean, look, it's been, you can see this this trend line has been really sort of consolidating here. Well, not consolidating, but really sort of moving inside of that channel. The raising wedges have have also tendency to be bearish, right? So I think what we need to see here is really move above here, above 176. And I think that is the all-time high, isn't it? On Apple. So yeah, definitely. So that actually, no, it's 181, as far as I can tell. 183, there you go. So I think, yeah, I think the sort of 176 here is the area to get to. We may get a sort of move towards that line here in order to digest those gains. You know, might hang around here for a bit and then pull back slightly, create a handle, right? Create a handle and then move up. So I think, you know, but anytime we're going to get there to the bottom of the channel, here we can see that how it's been respecting that 20-day line. You know, that might be good opportunity to accumulate on the bounces off of that line, because it's been a while. Actually, when you look at the chart, it's been a while since it's pulled back here to the 50-day line, right? Other than that, it's just every time it comes close to 20, it's fine support. So that's that's what's on Apple. So that, yeah, looking good here. RS it is at 88 now, as well.
All right, thank you.
Sure. Okay, someone is asking what's the RS? Well, RS is the proprietary score used by IBD or Market Smith that is essentially measures the stock performance here, right, in relation to the S&P 500. So with all the details, all the stocks that they have in the database, it then gives you, you know, the rating based on the EPS, right, which is the stock performance from the last 12 months. So and giving the higher weighting to the last 2 quarters, right? So how they performed in the last 2 quarters versus, you know, versus the last 12 months, or what last 4 quarters. And based on that, the strength of EPS and sales, you know, the volume here, etc., that then produces an RS rating. And essentially, you know, the RS rating is based from 0 to 9, from 1 to 99, and the higher the better. And if sort of the RS score is 88, then it means that it outperforms, you know, 88% of other stocks in the database. If it's 99%, then it outperforms 99% of other stocks in the database. So that's why why this is important, because when you look at the stocks that have, for example, you know, 98 RS score, when you see you know, a bad days in the market, or, you know, a pullbacks, the ones with the higher RS score, they tend to hold levels really, really well. That's why when we get into those swings and then we set our stops, we actually rarely being stopped out of them, because they tend to, you know, hold the levels, you know, if we got into the right place into them. So hope that explains your question. Right, let's look at a few plays here. PG, yeah, that's the one. It's consolidating. The only reason I'm still holding PG is because it's holding that level here, right? It's, you know, it's got a pretty nice and tight consolidations, the same as we saw over here, right? And this is you know, this is what I want to see. And as long as it's holding that level here, you know, it still has a chance to move, because as you saw, look, you know, consolidation, boom, move up, consolidation, move up. So that's what we're waiting for. Normally, I want to see the swings, you know, develop much quicker. I'm gonna give it next week to see, you know, where we go. If we can break above this 158 that we sort of visited a couple of times already. If we can't break it, the next time we're gonna be sort of cutting it and moving on to something that is actually working for us much better. Onon. Well, this I've been on this one as much as I've been on DraftKings, you know, and this one is, you know, finally starting to move. And as you can see, similarly to the PG, we also had this area of consolidation here, right? So we've got this tight area of consolidation and tight price action, and then finally, comes a day, then we're finally starting to move, and even all those pullbacks is still holding its levels. So that's really what we want to see, right? Stocks don't just move up, they move in stages. So just make sure that so make sure that you kind of see that. Okay, so yeah, Onon is looking strong here, so really positive. Okay, and target. Yeah, I think target overall, I wouldn't be interested overall, but what I'm seeing here happening is, after a long period of instead of moving down, we've got a first kind of green day here in a while where we finishing above the red candle. So that might be actually, sort of, if you're interested in target, that might be a good area to go to, with your stop loss here on the bottom of that red candle, right? In order for it to go over here. But that's one of the strategies that you can play on it. I just don't feel it at the moment. Where are we with? Yeah, the RS is at 32. Last 12 months, negative EPS and falling, sales declining, projections for 24 and down 40%, for 25 it's 26%. I'm just not seeing it here. LTH. Yeah, I think I provided my analysis on LTH during the week, and I still feel strong about this stock. I don't do this very often when it comes to, but when I look at this growth of this company over the last year, the growth has been absolutely solid. With them crashing the earnings per share over the last 3 quarters, really great, double digits in 30% growth quarter over quarter. So to me, as you can see here, as I was looking at the volume, this is where we were on those pullbacks, right, to the trend line, pullbacks to the trend line on low volume, followed by by the move to the upside. So that's what is my expectation here on LTH to happen here as well. And yeah, so I'm still positive and bullish on that one. All right, I definitely want to look at it. TO has been performing really well here, right? And you can see here that this was the RS of 99 with a nice base breakout. I think we came on to TO at like 125 initially, yeah, on 115 I think. That was beginning of our swing, so from that entry that's like up 150%, but I've alerted re-entry on this one here on the re-break of, I think it's 240 or 250, something like that. So we're already up here hitting 285 with some nice progress, finishing strongly here. So we're expecting continuation all the way up to 350. So TO is still good here. Now, a couple plays that I do want to take a look at here. Okay, on momentum. Let's look at the momentum. Potential momentum for tomorrow. BLCM. Yeah, so let's look at the news. Okay, so active stake in company Baker Bros advisors report, yeah, 20% active stake. So that pushed the price all the way up from wow, 40 cents to $1, 164%. 164%, yeah, and now it's come. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so what I want to see here is consolidating here, and it just pulled back below this support here. So what I would like to see here tomorrow morning, and you can note this down, is for the BLCM here to break around 92 pivot here. And then what we need to see here is a further push around 105 break here for continuation. Let's look at the broader time frame to see where we can possibly go from here. Yeah, we can see that these, they had these, sort of big spikes, and which followed with nothing but more downside here. So stay careful with that one as well. But if we can get here above 108, so that's also a key area here, that previous resistance here, then we can revisit that 115 here as well. So yeah, so BLGM, it's just post that in a watch list channel. Okay. So pivot break of 92. Well, okay. Let's get GTech. No, that's failing. BAK. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's look at the BAK here. What were the news and the catalyst for that one? News pending hold. Apollo, yeah, so rumors of the buyout here. So who knows? Okay. I think that's it from the momentum here. Okay. Okay, let's look at some final potential swings. So we had IDCC. Oh, that is looking super strong. Look at the fundamentals. Wow. Okay, Iris at 95. Huge beat on earnings per share plus 325% and sales up 100%. So this is massive in terms of the growth for this company. So what I'm actually going to add this to my watch list. I want to see how they do here, whether we can get it on some level, some kind of pullback, because yeah, that is massive. Okay, so IDCC waiting on a pullback here. It's already above. Like we just literally 2% over the pivot, and our available entry point, as we don't get above 5% above pivot. But I'll be watching this. Okay, the other one is BFAM that I want to take a look at. Bit thinner. Okay. IBP. Okay, and then we have here, lastly, let's look at the RCL here. Oh yeah, okay. So RCL here is coming up to the pivot point on following some good earnings report here, just about to break here. It's high of 76.40. So that's when I'm placing my alert here, and that's what I want to see crossing above. RS 91. Actually, sorry, RS is at 95 and huge growth in sales here as well. So, okay. What's that? Broadcom. I'll go. Okay. Not liking that. Okay, let's look at on here and semiconductors. $92. Yeah, but the projected growth for the rest of this year is not promising, so I'll leave on alone. And then we have MDB. I actually like MDB here. Yeah, I think MDB is going to be one that I'm watching here for next week. Here, the break above 248 to the upside. So it's already sort of broke above. You can see that it's been held down by this 200-day line and broke above. Now it's holding above the 200-day. So it's putting another base here following this one, and got some nice upside potential here. So that's what I have here. Someone wanted to see PACW. What do you want to see on it for momentum? Yeah, it's got some nice here potential for momentum next week. I think we already made some nice gain on that one, and currently we've got this flat top here being sort of built. So with that one, yeah, I think we can break here above this another resistance here at 610. So 610, 622. Once we break 625 here, I think we shouldn't have a nice move, continuation of that move to the upside. But this is beaten down, and we've got some, we'll definitely see some dead count bounces. I think when it comes to the banking sector, we still bit in the weeds. So just make sure that you size your positions appropriately. Yep, I agree. All right, I'll take some couple of questions here before I go, because I'm a bit over time here, but any questions? All right. Last chance, last question.
And that makes it easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
yeah, you're welcome.
The sidelines for a couple days, but
Yeah, I hope you go as well, Tony.
yeah, thank you. It will.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. I'll post the recording as soon as I upload it to the YouTube. So find it in the videos channel. Thanks for attending, and like I said, I'm going to be out tomorrow, but I'll see you all back on Tuesday. Have a great rest of your weekend, and have a even better Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, Matt. All right.
Bye.